Hi, and welcome to another episode. Well, what do we all think about the latest election over in America? It is a good result for whoever wanted Donald Trump to be elected, and not such a good result for the other party. But nevertheless, here we are. Now, I'm just wondering and would like your feedback on if Donald Trump will get rid of Meghan and Harry out of the US. I don't know if he will. It's just my opinion. I'm hoping he will, and I'm hoping they are really shitting themselves at this point because they do not have the backing anymore from the Biden administration. Isn't that wonderful? So maybe they have to pay for all their own security now and everything else that they have been squirming off the government over there. And I bet Megan is kind of shitting herself at this point in time because she really doesn't like President Trump, does she? She refused to meet with him when he was over in the UK. She does not like him. Why is that, Megan? Because Trump probably sees through your bullshit, just like everybody else sees through the bullshit. What's the bet? We see a few puff pieces coming out shortly that they have legged it put to Portugal before they get evicted, before something happens, because that's the way they roll, don't they? They've got to be in first in the media to cause some kind of havoc to say that they were the first to make the decision, etc. So let's see what happens from here on end. It'll be very interesting to see how this unfolds. Yes, he doesn't get in his position till January. That's kind of interesting because in Australia, when we have elections, they're elected straight away. So I'm not quite sure why it takes a while over there. But hopefully, as well, with this new elected president, maybe the wars will be sorted out as well, because obviously they are very disturbing. And not only that, all that money that America pours into these um, wars is kind of disgusting when their own people are suffering, their own people are homeless and can't afford their bills and food on the table. The government should be looking after their own people, not funding wars. But that's just my opinion. It is quite disturbing. That really disturbs me to no end that funds are being put out there for basically genocide. I mean, we don't know if you can actually say that on YouTube or not. But anyhow, I wonder if Trump will get rid of the two idiots because they really need to be put in their place. And I hope somehow it works out that it actually gets sorted out. I'd like to know what you think. So pop a comment down below in the comments and let's see how this unfolds. It's going to be an interesting couple of months. Of course, with the festive season just around the corner, I'm sure they'll put out some puff pieces about not being able to go to the UK for Christmas and they weren't invited and blah, because they don't want to take the fake children, do they? Because let's face it, how are they going to get away with going without no children? What, this mystery nanny always looks after these children? It's about time they come clean. I know we've said it over and over and over again, but things are going to start happening with these two. I just know that things are going to unfold. All their bots that they've been paying to cause crap over the internet to certain YouTubers and other investigations that have taken place is all going to come to light. You can't get away with crap all the time, even if you are the king's son. You know, like I've said, laws are law. Yes, they've protected him for a long time, but that protection runs out eventually. They must be actually shitting bricks at the minute, not knowing where their future lies. We know that people in America, in Hollywood, are turning their backs on them as we speak and in droves. And how's all these celebrities saying that if Trump gets elected, they're all going to leave? Like, how many planes are going to be leaving America? Or are they all just full of piss and wind as usual? Just putting out their little pieces saying, oh, if he gets elected, we're going to leave. But will they actually do it is another question. Because as we know, most of them just talk rubbish. But for Meghan, this is not her time of life of joy, it's her time of life of misery because all her lies are catching up to her. All her crap that she has done to the royal family is ricocheting back to her. Some would call that karma. Some would call that it's about time she had her nose put in place. Very interesting, isn't it? You can't keep carrying on being an arsehole in life and not get paid your just desserts because that's unfortunately way life works. Interesting times ahead. I'm just waiting for this crap to come out at Christmas about them not being invited to the UK for Christmas with the family and their poor piss weak excuses like the UK is so dangerous. Oh my God, it's so dangerous for Meghan. But he never says the children when he says that. He never says the UK is too dangerous for my children, does he? That is another point that needs to be recognised as well. He never addresses his children at all. Very rarely, unless a reporter asks, he never addresses them. Very interesting. Same as Meghan, and when anyone asks about the children, she always looks down because she knows she's full of shit. She knows she's committed the biggest fraud in history, in my opinion, that the world has ever seen in the royal family. She's just a joke. The only thing she ever said that was correct was, "I'm such a fraud." Well, that's the only thing she's proven right about herself. What has Meghan actually achieved in her life? Name me one project that Meghan has achieved in her life. I can only think of one, and that is she has achieved the highest award for being an absolute failure. A failure at everything she touches. American Riviera Orchard, that's just an Instagram fake crap. 40 by 40, Netflix, Spotify, Lemonada. Shall we go on? Everything she says she's going to do, she doesn't do. Let's also remember the jam. Oh, 50 jars of jam, but there wasn't even 50 jars of jam. She cannot even pull that off. She has earned herself a big failure. Meghan is a big failure. There's no coming back for them two. I'm sorry. There's just no coming back from them two. Biggest mistake was them going after the royal family and thinking that they could change the world and try and stop free speech. Like, how's that going to work for them now? Simple. It's not going to. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I look forward to your comments. Take good care. Have a lovely day. Bye for now.